Welcome to Living to Learn. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, I appreciate you watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for sharing. I also appreciate your donations. If you'd like to donate, those links are in the description. And if you're listening to this audio on Spotify or any other streaming platforms as a podcast, I do appreciate you listening as well. As far as the donation stuff goes, I will get that straightened out shortly. In the meantime, thank you for listening. So, kind of going along with the theme we've had the last couple of weeks. If you haven't picked up on that, I've been trying to take aim at overcoming our fear, particularly the fear of failure, as that is something that is a major obstacle for any of us that are attempting to do something new. Now, that theme comes from the fact that that's something I'm trying to do right now myself. Besides this YouTube channel and podcast, I am looking to build my own coaching business. And so I'm actually going to be getting a landing page pretty soon where I'll be able to communicate a little bit more, a little easier with some of you, and also give you the opportunity to reach out to me if you're interested in possibly hiring me as your life coach. Now, my life coaching focus is going to be on purpose, really just helping people either identify their purpose or even come to a realization where they're convinced and understand that they actually have a purpose. I think many of us haven't even got there yet. And so that's the idea behind the channel. That's the idea behind my business. If you're on Instagram, I have at Live to Learn Coaching. So that's at LIVE, the number 2, Live, LIVE. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. It's at Live to Learn Coaching. So at Live, LIVE, the number 2, Learn, LEARN, Coaching. At Live to Learn Coaching. That's my business page on Instagram. Feel free to follow it and check that out. And that's also just another platform where you can communicate with me and also get content. Sometimes it's different than what's on YouTube or on the podcast. And so anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Stay tuned for more details regarding the business and services offered. I am getting there eventually. Shout out to my business coach, Regine Corona. It's been very helpful. And I'm not saying I need to be your coach, but this is why I want to encourage you to consider a coach if there's, if you feel like that might be helpful to you, depending on what you're looking to do. My business coach has been able to really point things out, point out things that I either would not have seen or would have not even known to look for. And so that's been very helpful. So I would encourage you, if that's something you think would be beneficial. That's been the benefit of myself, hiring a coach, right? So again, I'm a coach who's being coached. So I'm taking my own advice, right? So it's been very helpful. And so stay tuned for more details about the business and services offered that will be coming up soon, hopefully sooner than later. And again, just kind of circle back a little bit about what we've talked about over the last couple of weeks. These last few videos have had a theme, and that theme has been based around the fear of failure, overcoming that fear, either, just a number of different methods, right? Just kind of reframing that fear, what it actually is, what it isn't. We find that, our fears overwhelm us. We get in our head about a lot of things. And that is so true. I'm sure all of us can relate how often we get in our own head and we end up blowing things out of proportion that are not actually as serious or as really as threatening as we may have thought. And so it's a good exercise, and I feel like that's a theme that will probably be reoccurring throughout the making of these videos and these recordings, and that's because it's just something that's always going to be tough, right? I think we can get better at it. I think we can minimize it. I think we can put it in its rightful place. But the fact that it's going to always be there, the fact that fear will always be something we have to contend with, I think it'd be helpful to kind of bring it up from time to time, and maybe even by default it'll be a part of most of the videos that I record, because everything that I'm doing is based around it goes around it's based off the purpose of why I'm even doing this, right? Which is to help other people, and help other people either see something they may not have noticed on their own, or really just kind of allow them to see that there's more to them than they thought, that they're more capable of doing things than they previously had given themselves credit for. And that's what these videos are about, and that's why I'm always wanting to see and make sure that these are helpful, that these are things that are having an impact on people. I've gotten some great feedback. Thank you for those of you who have given me feedback. Thank you for those of you who have made suggestions, and I'm always open to those things. I am always looking to improve, to critique, and adjust where needed. And again, I won't become obsessed by it, but if people are going to be watching me, if people are going to be listening to me, I want to make sure that I'm coming with the best content that I have available. That is the least I can do. And so that's the idea of this channel. If this is the first time you've watched any of my videos, if this is the first time you've ever listened to my podcast, to the audio that I've recorded, I am doing this out of with the intention that my words or my perspective, may be something that someone has been looking for and maybe hasn't found. I've mentioned this before. There's a lot of content on YouTube. There's a lot of people on YouTube. There's people giving out advice. There's people, coaches, people that have a lot of expertise and experience and relatable qualities. And so, if I'm not the guy, I'm perfectly okay with that. But for somebody, there might be someone out there that will hear or will watch something I'm putting out and really take it to heart. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it inflicts a positive change, inflicts something positive, right? Like I said, all are welcomed here on this channel. All are welcome to listen. And whether we're a lot alike or we're from completely different worlds, it doesn't really matter to me. I want to help people, and so that's why I'm doing this. And we've been talking about the fear of failure. We've been talking about overcoming that fear, how to put it in its place, how we can deal with it, how we can break down where that fear is coming from, how real it is, how realistic it is, and really just kind of deal with it, right? Because that's what we have control of. We don't have control of, what's going to happen when we try that. We don't have control of the end result. We have control of whether or not we want to continue or stop, right? Whether or not we want to step out or we don't. Okay, we have control of that. And today's video, I just it's based around a simple concept that's actually not that simple. And this is it: the fact that doing anything is easy. It's being good at it that's hard. Doing anything is easy. It's being good at it that's hard. And when I say good, I mean, and really it's just a matter of, what level of good, like what does that mean? Like, are you just looking to become a YouTuber? Like, let's say that's your goal. Like, I just want to be on YouTube. I want to have a YouTube channel. Well, it's pretty simple. In fact, you could do it right now if you want. You just create a channel. You comply with the rules and regulations of YouTube, and you start uploading. You got your first upload. Guess what? You're officially a YouTuber. Congratulations. You just accomplished the goal. That in itself is pretty crazy. That in itself is very helpful. Again, doesn't matter the size, scope, and width of your goal. It matters if you set out to complete it and you accomplish that. that is going to do something to you. That's going to do something to us. That does something to our mind. It starts to spark an idea that, maybe I am actually that person that can accomplish goals, right? Maybe I am that person that can be consistent. Maybe I can actually finish what I start. You start to believe it more and more, right? It makes you want to try more things. Makes you want to do more. So again, once we start looking at our goals and dreams like this, it allows us to really push past that fear of failure. Remember, we've been talking about how to put, the fear of failure in its place, how to deal with it. And when we start to see that, I can do anything. I think about that. I can do anything, right? I can go, I can commit to walking, once a day. I can commit to doing that, I can commit to, writing, 4 things I'm grateful for every day. I can do that. And you start to find that you can actually do these things, right? And it doesn't take much. And next thing you know, you've got a list of things that you've accomplished. That does something for us. Have you ever been really thirsty? Like really thirsty. And I mean, I know there's people out there that are dealing with real, issues of thirst and lack of water and stuff. So I want to be sensitive to that. But, and I've never been in that place before. So, but I have had times where I've been just very thirsty. My throat is dry. I desperately need some water. And that first glass of water, right? It's so refreshing. If you know the feeling, it's like your body wakes up, right? You're just like, I needed that water. And that's what this will do. This will start to wake some things up in us as we begin to accomplish, as we begin to complete tasks, as we start something and finish it, starting and finishing. It's such a big deal. And then what happens is we just begin to attack things. We begin to go after our goals. Now, let's stop there before we go any further. Remember, doing anything is easy. Being good at it, that's what's hard. So let's go back to the first example, right? We talked about being on YouTube. Now, you became a YouTuber. Again, like I said, it's easy. Create a channel, start uploading. There you go. Now, if your goal is to have 1,000 subscribers within the year, if your goal is to upload 100 videos within a year, if your goal is to create a steady stream of income or an additional stream of revenue from your YouTube channel, that's different than just saying, I want to be on YouTube. Because anyone can get on YouTube and start uploading. Not everyone will do those other things I mentioned. Not everyone will be able to monetize their channel. Not everyone will be able to develop a big enough following to where their YouTube channel is now an additional stream of revenue. That requires a much different set of skills and a much different type of effort than just becoming a YouTuber. But see, it's the same idea as the first goal. You still have to start, and there's still a finish line. That's why the little things are not insignificant. That's why if your goal is, you know what? I'm going to walk to the end of my driveway and back. At least 3 times a week for the rest of this month. And you do that, you commit to it and you do it. That's why that's huge. Because when you get to a place where you're saying, I'm going to run 4 times around my block, 5 days a week for this month. It's a different goal. It requires a different set of skills, It requires a different type of energy, but it's still the same idea. You still have to start. You still have to finish. I hope you're getting this. I hope you're getting this, because this is how we should look at things. This is how we should look at things. We should look at it as, this is something I need to start and finish. I need to start this and I need to complete this. Now, obviously, if I don't have the ability to walk to the end of my block and back to my front door, then it's going to be ridiculous for me to try to set a goal to run 4 times around the block every day that week. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. And see, this is what I want you to get. This is what I'm hoping you're going to understand from this. This is what we do to ourselves. We get overwhelmed. We set these ridiculous goals, and they're not ridiculous because they can't be attained. They sure can. They sure can be attained. They sure can be achieved. But that doesn't need to be the goal right now. Right? If I can only get, right now, if I'm only ready for steps 1, 2, and 3, I'm not going to set a goal for me to get to step 6. I don't need to. That will come. That will come. You know, you don't have to commit, oh, you know what, I'm gonna eat, once a day, and and again, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, like, be realistic. Think about what you are at the moment. What do you have at the moment? What are you, that person right now? Is that a realistic thing for you to go after? It's totally fine that you want to get there. It's totally fine that we want to get there, right? But I'm not going to set a goal to write a book if I can't even consistently write a paragraph a night. I need to start with that paragraph a night. And I need to kill that. I need to attack that. And I need to put that notch on my belt. I need to check that off my list. I committed to writing a paragraph every single night for the month, and I did it. Guess what? Now I'm ready for the next step. What's the next challenge? I'm going to write a page a night. Every day this month. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because doing anything is easy. We can do it. I want to be a writer. Well, guess what? All I got to do is write something. I want to be a published author, and I want to have, I want my articles published in peer reviewed articles, and I want to that's, now we're talking about something different. But what does that have in common with just the simple goal of I want to be a writer? That you have to start and you have to finish. So this is what I want to encourage you with. We don't need to overwhelm ourselves. Okay? Again, this is a mental battle as much as it is physical. Your mind, your mentality, your mindset currently does not want to change. The mind doesn't know that that's going to be better for it. It just knows what we've been teaching it. My body and my mind know the direction I've been going for so many years. And now I'm going another direction, and it doesn't want to go with me. So we can't, those are things that are going to take so much of our energy. If you're looking to change, if you're looking to do something different, that's going to take so much of your energy. You don't want to expend energy or waste energy on things like, setting a goal that's just, you're not ready for. You are ready to accomplish goals. Be consistent and be realistic on the ones that you are looking to set to accomplish. The other thing that really gets us, and that's going to be a struggle, especially those of us in the U.S. If you're listening in another country, not sure how it goes over there, but in the U.S., Both subliminally and consciously, we are being bombarded. We are being screamed at for instant gratification. And that is the challenge. Again, the mental aspect. I'm not seeing the results. It hasn't happened fast enough. I've been doing this for 5 months already. I don't even have 100 subscribers. Right? I've been working out since last September, consistently off and on, and I still don't look that great. I've been trying to get my diet in order, for the last 4 months, and I still, haven't lost the weight that I want to lose, and this is taking too long. This is taking too long. That, I'm telling you, we're already going to have to expend enough energy with those things. So don't crush yourself with, oh well, I wanted to run 2 miles a day this week, and I only ran 2 days. 2 days more than you would have, right? I mean, put a spin on it. Help yourself out. Let's help ourselves out. And that's why I encourage you to take these incremental steps when it comes to goals. Because they might sound ridiculous to you. That's so insignificant. That's going to do nothing. Walk 5 minutes a day. What's that going to do? It's going to get you moving. That's what it's going to do. Write 4 things I'm grateful for every day. What's that going to do? It's going to get you consistent. It's going to get you consistent. It's going to get you used to starting something and finishing it. Did you know that I graduated high school with a 1.9 GPA? Did you know that I currently hold a bachelor's and a master's degree? Why am I telling you this? Because if you finish what you start, that's a big deal. It's major. It's major. That's what my college degrees are about. You got a lot of people talking about oh, well, doesn't guarantee this. And of course not. There's no guarantees in life. But you know what that did? You know what those degrees taught me? It taught me that I could finish what I start. And that concept can be applied to many other areas in my life. And I proved, when I look at those degrees, they prove to me that I'm the type of person that can do that. So that's why the little goals, that's why walking to the end of your driveway and back every day this week for the next month, that's why it's not insignificant. Because it's going to begin to instill that in you. It's going to begin to provide that evidence that you need to see about yourself, that you're actually the person that can do this. If I can write a paragraph a day for a month, I can do a page. And if I can do a page, I can get to 3 pages, 4 pages. Eventually that book's going to get written. So I'm challenging us to focus our energy and our attention on that part. Instant gratification, we got to battle it. Mental, emotional, physical, resistance from our body and mind. Very hard, very tough. We're going to have to fight. That's going to require some energy. So let's give ourselves a break where we can. Start today, start this week. Whatever it is. It might sound foolish to you in your mind. It's not. It's helping you. It's momentum. It's pushing you forward. It's pushing us toward that direction, toward that goal, right? What's the long game? What's the long-term goal? Emotional intelligence. What's the long-term goal of my business? Being in control of my schedule. Being financially secure. Different opportunities. That's all in the long. That's in the long game. That's the long-term goal. What about now? All those small steps now are what's going to get me there. Am I going to fail? Of course. Is it going to be scary? It is. It is. I'm going through it right now. It is. Doing anything, we can make it happen like that. But if we want to see that thing at a certain level, if we want to be accomplished at a certain level, if we want to see that in a certain place, our desired end goal, then that's going to require something different. But the same tools that'll get you there, the same ideas, concepts, that consistency, that starting and finishing, that beginning and accomplishing, that it remains. So strengthen those things. We got to strengthen those things. Strengthen that part. Strengthen the consistency. Strengthen the goal setting and accomplishing. Beginning with simple things. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Please feel free to share this with anybody you think might benefit. And again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it.